wonderful people. Here's Catherine Bielmeyer with a daily exercise of ACM, A Course in Miracles. And today we have daily exercise number 4. These thoughts do not mean anything. They are like the things I see in this moment, on this street, from this window, in this place. That's a cool exercise to dissolve, to let go of your interpretational mind, of the construct, of the beliefs, of the points of views, of all the false thoughts. Great. Now we just go on like the exercises we did from 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind the same, and it's just deepening your opening, your openness to a new possibility of life. Real life, truthful life, aliveness. So unlike the preceding ones, that these exercises do not begin with the idea for the day. In these practice periods, begin with nothing, the thoughts that are crossing your mind for about a minute. Then apply the idea to them. If you're already aware of unhappy thoughts, use them as subjects for the idea. Do not, however, select only the thoughts you think are bad. You will find, if you train yourself to look at your thoughts, that will represent such a mixture that, in a sense, none of them can be called good or bad. This is why they do not mean anything. In selecting the subjects for the application of today's idea, the usual specificity is required. Do not be afraid to use good thoughts as well as bad. None of them represents your real thoughts, which are being covered up by them. The good ones are but shadows of what lies beyond. And shadows make sight difficult. The bad ones are blocks to sight and make seeing impossible. You do not want either. This is a major exercise and will be repeated from time to time in somewhat different form. The aim here is to train you in the first steps toward the goal of separating the meaningless from the meaningful. It is a first attempt in the long-range purpose of learning to see the meaningless as outside you and the meaningful within. It is also the beginning of training your mind to recognize what is the same and what is different. In using your thoughts for application of the idea for today, identify each thought by the central figure or event it contains. For example, this thought about any kind of situation you fill it in does not mean anything. It is like the things I see in this room, on the street, and so on. You can also use the idea for a particular thought that you recognize as harmful. This practice is useful, but is not a substitute for the more random procedures to be followed for the exercises. Do not, however, examine your mind for more than a minute or so. You are too inexperienced as yet to avoid a tendency to become pointlessly preoccupied. Further, since these exercises are the first of their kind, you may find the suspicion of judgment in connection with thoughts particularly difficult to not repeat these exercises more than 3 or 4 times during the day. We will return to them later. Remember, you don't need to believe it, just play with that. Be playful with all that, and enjoy this journey coming out of your ego mind and coming back into your heart, the bridge to God, to Mother Mary, to Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, the bridge to your oneness, the bridge to your innocent child of God, which we all are, the bridge to love and light, to your true being. Now just keep on exercising all of that and you will see changes happening. Since 2 years I'm doing it, and the connection gets stronger and stronger, and more strength and more healing is happening, and correction too, when my ego has a will or a fault, then it is recognized and then it's forgiven. I give it up to Holy Spirit to take care of that, because it's meaningless. And then I'm back again in my space, in the wholeness, which brings lots of love, and you feel the love again, and the peace and the stillness, and the presence you truly are. So thank you for listening, and thank you for following and subscribing and keeping up with me. And every day there is an exercise, so follow and exercise with fun. Bye for now.